Boom. Right there. There we go. Hello. Hello. And welcome, everybody, to tonight's lovely, fantastic dinosaur action. Oh, my goodness. I like that thumbnail. I think it worked out pretty good. I'm not running out of things to do. I just want it to be the right fit. And sometimes it does take a while to choose exactly the image I want to use, but got into Diamond quite nicely. Of course, I would have hoped to be in Mythic at this point. That's how it goes. I've made some tweaks, but last night there was a little mention about Zombify here, and I have another reanimation card. We'll get into it. It is always Stampede Dinosaurs, even though tonight is slightly different. And let me see. I had to go pretty big. The edges of the webcam were past OBS, so I have to really shuffle myself around there. Oh, there I am. Okay. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday, as good as humanly possible. If you are wondering about how to play this, what you could do, how it works, it's still somewhat the same. This, at least tonight, is a little bit wacky, but there's a primer to the regular way that I like to play Stampede Dinos. Okay, strap yourselves in. For anybody that knows how Stampede Dinosaurs usually operates, for me, you get there in a stable way with specific lands. Sunken Citadel and Castle Garenbrig. Sunken taps for 2 mana of the chosen color. You choose green. 1 sunken, 2 mana. Boom. 1 land, 2 mana. For Castle Garenbrig's activated ability, you have 2 sunkens. You can make the 4 mana needed for a castle. You tap that. 3 lands were tapped to make 6 green for creatures or their activated abilities. So you get the idea. Very stable. You get to an explosive amount. You play the big things ahead of schedule. But with a reanimation strategy, well, you don't really need any of that. Zombify. This is a perfect example. Oftentimes with 4 lands, I could be playing a creature that costs 7. No, it's kind of nice. I could have 2 Sunken Citadels, 1 Castle Garenbrig, and let's say 1 Forest. That's 4 total lands. Or I could go Zombify, tapping 4 total lands to get a creature that has a mana value of 7 out of the graveyard onto the battlefield. But wouldn't it just be better to have the creature in my hand and then play it without having to search for a spell that puts a creature in the graveyard, and then the opponent has to somehow let this go off and the graveyard has to stick around. Game 1, the opponent probably doesn't have much graveyard hate. This is a very deadly plan, but it's also easy to hate against. Greasefang vehicles, the greasy rat that cheats out big vehicles from the graveyard, cruise it. Not fun. That vehicle also has haste, whether it is Parhelion 2. You guys have seen me face it. You might have used it. It's explosive, and it is getting popular by the day with Ether Drift, especially with the spoilers that just started to trickle out. But people are going to be having more graveyard hate. If I continue to play this, it would just be completely dumpstered by the more and more common graveyard hate that is happening. But we'll see. It worked out. My first match in Diamond, if you joined to the Discord, I beat Azorius Lotus Field, which is absolutely crazy stuff. A link to the Discord too, and everything else with the link tree in the description. But we'll start off at the beginning. Reanimation spells. We got the 4 Zombify, 3 Sheoldred's Restoration. It's the same as Zombify, but better sometimes, if you can kick it. I could have been doing a reanimation strategy before now, but I felt like I want more than 4 of a reanimation card. So I thought I'd sprinkle in at least 3 of this. Could be 4, could be 2, but definitely more than 4 total. There's a lot of big stuff, and if I'm desperately waiting for one of 4 things, there's going to be a pretty low chance of getting that, I feel. Now, that's not a lot of fun. Grisly Salvage, though, the best of the best. To mill stuff, put it into the graveyard instant speed for a black and a green. Basically always used for Greasefang decks if they are Abzan colors. Now a lot of Greasefang has moved to Mardu, red, white, and black, so they don't have access to the green, but they have access to different stuff and different ways to get it in the graveyard. But for me, pardon me, I need more coffee. Whoa! Oh my goodness.
Ruthless aggression.
Oh, maybe that'll wake me up a little bit. But where was I? Yes. Get stuff in the graveyard. You need big stuff in the graveyard to reanimate it. And Grisly Salvage is that. Usually I would grab a land. Of course, I don't want the creatures in my hand, but 2 to mill 5 to get a land that I might need. The 4th land for the Zombify or the Sheoldred's Restoration. Very, very important. Cash grab is just a 5th way to mill and do stuff. The mostly strictly worse Grisly Salvage, at least with this list. If you're not in black, you can't play Grisly Salvage, but if you are in black and green, there you go. There you go. Should I have a little bit more mill? Potentially. There's many options, many ways to do that. But for now, we'll stick with 5. See how she goes. Otherwise, everybody is big, everybody is nasty. Ghalta and Mavren, might as well. This is more on the fun side of things, but it's also, of course, the potential to be deadly. I think we've all probably used or at least faced some opponent that is bringing a big thing out. Not so fun. They didn't cast it normally. So sometimes it can be a hard pill to swallow whenever you're facing that matchup. It's going to be hard for the opponent to survive when we drop this. Or even Ghalta and Mavren. Or just getting a Vaultborn Tyrant turn 4 off of the Zombify might be enough. Might be. Otherwise, there's just a bunch of black and red lands. Pretty straightforward. The forests, I guess. Takenuma. That's a way to mill things when we discard it with its channel ability. But also, Argoth. Sanctum of Nature. I've always wanted to use it in regular Stampede dinosaur lists, but hey, it's got an ability 2 and 2 green. Tap it, make a bear, and then you mill 3 cards. That goes right in line with what I want to do. Fill the graveyard to get some things. I don't really care about making a bear too much. I thought I'd add it in. It's always been on my radar, so tonight is the night. Culling Ritual. Selesnya auras, watch out. If you're small stuff, now you lose. Pretty straightforward right there. That would have been nice last night, taking down that Ors deck. And I think it would have been the win that got me into Diamond last night. But again, we're in Diamond now. Boom. Lantern of the Lost. That's for Graveyard Exile. Really, it probably should be something that exiles target player's graveyard. Now that I'm reading Lantern of the Lost, I was thought it was a little bit different of a card. Yeah, well, we'll leave it in for now, but it does read exile all cards from all graveyards, so that part could hurt us. Some of the graveyard hate is it's just a specific player, and that's definitely what you want if your strategy also relies on that stuff. The Damping Sphere. I don't have Castle Garenbreaker Sunken. I don't have lands that tap for multiple mana, so Damping Sphere to turn off. Lotus Field, Mono Green Devotion. Is it Phoenix? Possibly. Oh, it's lovely to see this. And back to nature as always for those painful enchantment decks. But I say we jump right into it. Oh my god. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, we jump right into it. See how many matches I get through. Might have to get up early to shovel again. Had to shovel this morning as well. Yeah, we'll see. If it is something angel related, Selesnya Angels, this is going to be quite an uphill battle. That hand is not going to be winning us much of anything. Only an Overgrown Tomb and an Argoth. No. That's quite a bit better. I would say so. The Underground Mortuary, very nice to try and find that reanimation spell or just put something big into the graveyard. I don't need it in my hand. I want it in the graveyard. So the Underground Mortuary definitely gets me closer to the reanimation spell that is underneath, which is quite exciting. Oh, well, strap yourself in, Squad Painter. This is going to be a doozy and a half. The opponent took quite some time wondering about keeping that hand. Maybe they think they know what they're facing. They know who they're... Oh, look, Regisaur Alpha. I don't want that. I can't cast it. The only thing that's able to cast it is a Cavern of Souls. Hey, look. Don't need it. Get in the graveyard. We got the first creature there, which is not a very exciting creature, but we have something to target. Again, another Underground Mortuary, all that stuff. Hey, Vaultborn, get to the graveyard. It's a little unfortunate to see Ghalta. Next turn, definitely Grisly Salvage, I hope. Oh, okay. Greasefang, not fun. Like I mentioned, maybe I talked about Greasefang a little bit too much here. Okay, well, technically we're not dead. There is a slim possibility that I could mill a bunch of stuff, get the reanimation spell next turn. You'll see. I might kill him. It's not a 0% chance. Oh, what a way to start that would be. It's okay. Greasefang doing the regular cheat 'em out big vehicle shenanigans. They could be about to die. Man. Right, yeah, tapped out. It's all good. Grisly Salvage, let's go. Oh boy, don't mill reanimations. Oh, we got, well, that's not good. That's not good. You know what, let's go with Regisaur Alpha. 2 reanimation spells were milled, sadly. That's not going to do it. Oh, edge of your seat. Man, that would have been pretty cool. Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll trim Lantern of the Lost. Sometimes it can be pretty good. Things that exile all graveyards if you're facing off against, let's say, Dimir Ninjas or Dimir Rogues. They care about you having at least 8 or more cards in your graveyard, and then they gain abilities. This would help. Boom, you have nothing. Quite fantastic there. But I think Lantern of the Lost that's going to be important. Actually, you know what? We'll trim it. I'm going to try without. We'll switch up the Lantern just after this match and maybe chat a bit about potential graveyard hate strategies. What could they be? Unlicensed Hearse is a pretty fantastic thing, although I don't see myself crewing it too often. Tormod's Crypt, that's always something for nothing. Fantastic artifact there. Don't think they have to be too worried. Oh boy. But maybe they saw that it is a reanimation strategy. Perhaps they have their own graveyard hate. That'd be nasty stuff. I like to see the Zombify, but again, also that Underground Mortuary. Oof, we got a T-Rex in the graveyard. Good. I like the sounds of this. T-Rex is in the graveyard, and I'm an extra turn closer to the 4th land that I need for the Zombify. This just gets better and better and better, as long as they don't have too much painful stuff. Okay, turn 3. You know what? Perhaps. Well, Zombify is gone. Absolutely, Zombify is gone, without question. Yeah, okay. We tried. As you can see, the entire game plan completely 100% crumbles. I don't have regular ways to play Palani's or Ghalta and Mavren. Oh, well, there we got another. Well, there we go. Is this going to be enough? Hey, at least we got it back. Boom. Lovely. And that's probably a good point why I mentioned I have the 4 Zombify and the 3 Sheoldred's Restoration. 7 in total ways. Oh. Huh. Okay. Okay, maybe I do want to... We'll jam that Lantern of the Lost. What do I want to trim? Let's trim Regisaur Alpha. It's one of the 8 creatures. One of those 2 hasty things. It's cheap. Pretty much. The cheaper thing, but man. I beat a Reanimation deck with its own strategy. That was pretty satisfying. Commander Crane, if you're watching right now or later on, I know you hate Greasefang. So it's good to get the greasy win against them, for sure. That's for sure going to be a keep. Underground again, let's see something big on top. Oh boy, not quite. And a sec. Oh! Ghalta. Okay, no Thoughtseize, no Thoughtseize. Don't do it, don't do it. Even if they do, I still have another Zombify. Oh, the hearse. That's no fun. It's no fun at all. Should probably just use my own hearse. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Probably. Well, but we haven't lost yet. We'll see. I'll go with my own Lantern of the Lost. I think that could be pretty fantastic. I also have the Grisly Salvage. I'm going to get enough cards in the graveyard that I should be able to have some creature left over. Be able to Zombify next turn. Oh, although they did get Parhelion too. That's alright, that's alright. We got the Grisly Salvage, that's what it has to be. Interesting. It was only 2 creatures that were put in the graveyard, so we would have lost both. Unlicensed Hearse is going to target Ghalta and Mavren if we tried to Zombify, unfortunately. So we can't let that happen. We can't do Zombify right now. It has to be Takenuma. Absolutely. It's a staring contest of graveyard hate. I would have targeted Ghalta and Mavren and would have lost it, wasted a Zombify. I'm hoping Takenuma is going to get enough stuff into the graveyard that I could put Ghalta and Mavren and T-Rex and maybe a Regisaur Alpha out. Hopefully no more Thoughtseizes though. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like it. Just making sure I couldn't go Lantern of the Lost plus Takenuma. Abandoned Mire. That would have been pretty nice. To go with Lantern first, get rid of everything in the opponent's graveyard. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we get. Get some good stuff. Oh boy. A couple creatures, at least three. Oh. Well, that's no good. Yes. Maybe I need a more critical mass of stuff, only milling Vaultborn Tyrant. Of course, this is only the second match that I have ever played with this particular spin on Stampede Dinos. 100% there would be so much refinement to be made with this. So many cards, so many big creatures that maybe are not necessary. The reanimation angle. Oh, never mind. I was going to switch up the graveyard haze. Okay, pause. Cancel. Oh, ooh, it. I found that opponent right away.
Dang! Oh!
Nuts. Well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I need some stuff. Lands. Getting slightly better, but still no. Okay, well, that's definitely going to be it. Send a few things to the bomb. See what that mortuary gets. Oh, well, we need Takenuma next turn. I need at least 4 lands, and Takenuma is going to get stuff into the graveyard. Hopefully, if I can get a 5th land. But it is Selesnya Angels. So I would imagine that is going to do it for us. Unless Grisly Salvage could get some nice things, perhaps. Problem is, I could put a bunch of stuff into the graveyard. One of them could be Ghalta, but then a lot of big stuff is in the graveyard, and I reanimate Ghalta, and then I don't have stuff in my hand. If the main plan is what it is, I just get a bunch of things into my hand, and eventually I get Ghalta, and it's nasty. Or a bunch of stuff is in the graveyard, Ghalta comes out, and Ghalta doesn't put anything onto the battlefield. I just realized I was about to go Grisly Salvage, but I did not. Well, we'll go with that, and I don't assume we're dead. We're probably not, but well, you never know. Be nice if they didn't play Collected Company, but there's going to be, a lot of life gain coming in right here. Oh, really? Just enough for Resplendent Angel? I mean, Grisly Salvage could be pretty fantastic. You never know. They are only at 40. Really, a 9. No, that's crazy. A 9. Nuts. Put a Vaultborn into my hand. Yeah, Ghalta's on the bottom. Good. Reanimated. Maybe we can make the magic happen. Perhaps. I guess we're about to find out. Boom. Okay, I could maybe get used to this. Maybe. I still don't think we've won. Certainly would have been nice to go with that one turn sooner. Maximum aggression. That's what it's at. That's what we want to be doing. I'd probably be basically dead next turn. They'd gain a bunch of life, absolutely, and be completely out of range of having any hope of salvaging this. Which I guess we still have no hope of salvaging it. Maybe I can survive. 12, 21, 25. Well, that's definitely it. But maybe they don't realize it. You never know. Huh. I like being down to 2. That's pretty good. But that's pretty much not good. The only question is, how much life will they gain? The Sheoldred's restoration is alright. I get a T-Rex, that's it. That's not really going to help us at all. Darn. If only it was one turn sooner. We can make it happen. We'll figure something out. It was pretty cool. It kind of worked. I gotta say. But again, it is still more fragile than the regular way to do this, for sure. Oh, well, that's not it. Oh, okay, yep. Well, maybe. No. If Cavernous Souls was a green source, and then I could go with Grisly Salvage, absolutely I would keep it. Cavernous Souls probably can just completely be cut, I would say. It's not like I'm normally casting any dino in here. We'll see. That's kind of just what I'm used to with the regular way. No, that's gonna be it. Keep a Palani's Hatcher in hand. Really, that's probably the better way to do it. Just in case I get Ghalta, I would be putting, hasty aggression onto the battlefield. Okay. It's looking good. That was a crazy mulligan. Anointed Peacekeeper is going to be problematic. It is going to name Zombify. We have to do this. Absolutely. But we got the stuff in there. We could maybe make it happen. If they didn't play Anointed Peacekeeper, we probably would. Unfortunately, Zombify is costing a lot. It's going to cost a lot. We definitely need lands at this point. Would imagine they'll start dropping their angels right now, and there's nothing much you can do with a turn 2 Anointed Peacekeeper, taxing the one spell that you absolutely didn't want to tax. Now the entire plan 100% completely has crumbled. Not 100%, there is still the 3 Sheoldred's restoration, and there we go. See if we draw at least another land next turn, or maybe the Sheoldred's restoration, then a land the turn after that, getting Ghalta back, and yeah, there's definitely something here. Oh, gonna keep taxing Zombify, I guess. Oh, wait, ooh. Okay, hold on. Hold 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can only deal 10. Right now, they can only deal 10. Oh boy. What's it gonna be? Oh, Righteous Vow. Okay, never mind. We're dead. Yeah. I get the drill. So Righteous Valkyrie, they were about to go above 27 health. They had 2 Righteous Valkyries. One gives all their creatures +2/+2. But now with both, that's doubled. Everybody was getting +4/+4. And we were no more. I don't know. Edge of your seat. Kind of like the regular Stampede Dinos, but okay. And Graveyard Hate. Proper Graveyard Hate that doesn't hurt my plan. Still keeps it intact. Exile Graveyard. A wide range of stuff. I usually like to stick to the colorless things, unless it's maybe Tranquil Frillback, spending an extra green whenever it enters the battlefield, and then you get to exile target player's graveyard. Maybe Tranquil Frillback could be part of the mixture, perhaps. Let me think. The unlicensed hearse, well, maybe. Soul Guide Lantern. Now, let's do it. As you can see, the slight difference between Soul Guide Lantern and Lantern of the Lost. Tap it, sacrifice it, exile each opponent's graveyard. Lantern of the Lost, exile all cards from all graveyards. Again, you might want one or the other. A tough sledding, absolutely. It's going to be extra tough on other graveyard stuff now that I have the actual Graveyard Hate that I should have been using all along. I usually don't care about the graveyard, and well, that is nice. Alright, keep it like that. Oh yeah, I forgot I was going to trim Cavernous Souls. We'll trim Ghalta and Mavren. This could be even more buckets of fun. You guys could suggest possibly some crazy creatures right now. Whatever it is. I probably want it big. If I'm going to be bringing something from the graveyard, it should be something as big as possible, just to get the most value out of this effect. But we'll see. More lands to replace that not so great Cavernous Souls. Probably something that's a dual, some type. Nothing that enters tapped. You know what? I'm going to go for the 4th Underground Mortuary, just because that could be the secret thing. The Surveil, putting something big off the top in the graveyard, definitely something that I'm going to appreciate the more I play this. Yeah, Woodland Cemetery, might as well. Likely entering the battlefield untapped. We got 3 forest, overgrown, underground mortuary, 8, 11, 14. We have 14 things that would help Woodland Cemetery enter untapped, so definitely that's what I want to be doing. Maybe I'll trim a Darkboar Pathway up the cemetery a little bit there. Okay, 4 things, 4 creatures. Any creature, guess I can remove all the colors because then we'll see everything. Maybe a dino. Possibly a dino. What would help in some very interesting situations, or it could just be somebody cheap as well. Maybe I would like the Tranquil Frillback. If I'm not going with the reanimation strategy, I have a little thing that I can cast with 3 or 4 lands, something like that. I might also just like Topiary Stomper. Actually, I kind of would like Topiary Stomper. You know what? Let's do that. I think that makes a lot of sense. I got a bunch of basics. Yeah. It's a creature, could be put out by Ghalta. Okay. I think we're onto something. I kind of like updating it and tweaking it live, if I have a good enough reason to do so. And it seems pretty straightforward. I'm drinking poor man's lemonade. For anybody that's wondering, that's lemon juice concentrate, and then you just put it in a cup of water and you're good to go. I just didn't feel like making coffee tonight. My usual pot of coffee for destruction. Maximum destruction. Doesn't have any lands. I don't like it. Okay, well, should do it. Cash grab, definitely. Possibly. Yeah, T-Rex to the bottom. I want to keep that. I guess I don't want to keep Ghalta. Ghalta should have gone to the bottom. We'll see what's on top. Yep. Get that in there. Get closer to the reanimation spell I'm so desperately hoping for. Okay. I'm used to just keeping Ghalta in my hands. Having Ghalta in the opening hand is just always so, oh look. Wait, what is this person doing too? Is that also a reanimation strategy? It must be. Huh. This is strange. Sylvan Caryatid is certainly pretty straightforward. Yeah, Overgrown Tomb, we definitely need that. Alright, are we about to see something big and painful? Could it be... Oh, John's mid-range, I guess. Huh. I mean, Topiary Stomper's not going to be doing a whole lot for us. I can't even play Vaultborn Tyrant next turn. I could play Carnage Tyrant. It's just too bad. I have to imagine, the regular Stampede list probably would have had a little bit more success. At least with this match. Oh, okay, we got the Zombify. But we don't have Ghalta in the graveyard. Let me think. Is there much that's going to help us? I would like a Vaultborn, absolutely. Doesn't have first strike. You know what? Let's get Topiary Stomper. To get another land, get a 7th land, possibly regularly play Ghalta next turn. Either Questing Beast or Nighthawk Scavenger blocks this, I think, which would be not the worst thing in the world. Neither want to block it. Okay, that's pretty good. Decent enough. I don't imagine they can kill us next turn. Oh, they have another. Okay. You do what you gotta do. Just keep trading with it. Only down to 7. Land, untap, land, untap. Oh. What? All right, now we're cooking. Oh, they thought they had us. Not today, buddy boy. Not today. Ooh, man. Phew. I'm glad I didn't get Tyrranax Rex back. Phew, I'm just glad I counted the lands there. Oh, I'm at 6. Oh, I could get to 7. If I get to the 7th with the Topiary, with the Zombify, I could get to 8 for the Ghalta. That's in my hand. And I won because of Topiary Stomper. 100%. Topiary would have been Ghalta and Mavren. Picture that. Would Ghalta and Mavren have helped me win over Topiary? No. So, even the first few matches, we're seeing some pretty fantastic destruction. Scorpion, how's it going? Vikings just bashed by the Rams. Hard to say who's going to win the Super Bowl, but yeah, the Rams are your team, or the Vikings are. I forget. Both teams are pretty violent stuff. Rams and Vikings, and not on night. Oh my goodness, not on nights. Oh, the Raiders. Raiders are also pretty a violent name, but maybe next year will be the Raiders' year. You never know. It's not unheard of. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty fantastic change. I think it will take a lot of time for your body to get used to working during the day. However, this opponent, I think we'll just keep it the same, just because it does seem to be a mid-range deck. Jund mid-range. But yeah, I would wake up 12:30. No, I would leave the house at 12 sometimes, because my drive to work was about an hour and a half, and I would get to work 1:30 in the morning. Just get right to it. Hopefully it works out. I need that Sheoldred's restoration though. Big time. But 10 things to fix a team. 10 things to fix anything. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty hard hoop to jump through. Maybe this... Okay, I see what it is. I figured it was a funny business. Shenanigans. It's an Urborg Scavenger's Samet Voice of Dissent. Soulflayer type deck. Okay, it's good. To exile Samet, get haste, then attack, exile something else, get even bigger. And it's rough stuff. But we're not dead yet. We could survive a couple hits. 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. Yeah, that is... Well, that's a lot. I need the swamp. Ghalta's in the graveyard. Okay, as long as they don't kill us. Don't kill us. Don't do it. Oh, folks. That might be it. We have what we need in our hand. Okay. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize. As long as they can't deal 12. Oh, you gotta be kidding. They got the Questing Beast. They got the win. Exactly. Lethal. We were about to kill them. The very next turn. I would have made 4 to go for Sheoldred's Restoration, the Ghalta in the graveyard to put Palani's and Regisaur onto the battlefield. Victor, it's pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy. There's a lot of broken things. Urborg Scavengers can be, fairly broken. Possibly, but we know what this deck is all about. Again, we didn't really suss out much with the first time we faced them, game 1. We'll get there. What do I want to trim for Soul Guide Lantern though? I'm loving that Topiary Stomper. You know what? It's going to be Topiary. If this opponent does not have a graveyard, they do not have a chance. Really. Maybe they would bring in graveyard hate of their own against me, but we'll see. First time playing in months. Hopefully there is a few things, at least in the in-game mail. Open up a few packs, perhaps, something like that. Oh, I say we keep it. I like the looks of this. Oh, the Quilled Great Worm. Whenever a creature deals damage, you put counters on that creature equal to the damage that they've dealt. So if Carnage Tyrant dealt 7, you'd put, boom, 7 counters on it. It would become 14 power, which is pretty sweet. But Solar Updraft, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you, and we'll see. Is it going to be well with us? Definitely. The Quilled Great Worm with T-Rex. Anybody with Double Strike. Double Strike would be nasty. They'd hit, put a bunch of stuff on, and oh boy, Ghalta on top. Oh!
Bazinga!
Okay. Oh boy. Oh, here goes nothing. Oh, I only have a Carnage and a Vaultborn to drop next turn. Get Palani's Regisaur. Sylvan Caryatid is not going to cut it, buddy. Well, that's not quite, but we'll see. We'll see. I got Ghalta. Not bad. Maybe they just quit. It's a little more on the improbable side to not have another big thing. But if they kill stuff, I just get it back. They kill Vaultborn, get it back. That's pretty sweet. And Vaultborn, when the original dies, makes a copy, so getting back the original with the copy still out gets 2 triggers. Oh, we're stacking it. But maybe I could also just use Quilled Great Worm. I don't think that's necessary. Just adding a bunch more extra damage, perhaps. a little bit on the unnecessary side. I just want to keep all this good. Or I think they're dead. There it is. I won.
You won! You did it! Yes!
Huh. Right, yes, get ready. Absolutely. Happy you stopped by to say hi. Hopefully you don't fall out of your seat. If you're in a seat, fall asleep. I could see myself falling asleep if I completely changed my schedule. That would be painful. What time is it for me? At least one more match. We can do one more match here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. All right. Squad Painter, absolutely, everybody. Well, I'll be crossing my fingers. Just think of my soothing voice. Maybe you can sneak a listen to my stream. I know how absolutely gripping it keeps everybody awake. It's hard to fall asleep to my voice, and yeah, I know it would be a very good thing to listen to. You wouldn't nod off whatsoever. A good choice. Yeah. I like this hand though. There's no reanimation spell, there's no Grisly Salvage, but I think we could get the job done. Possibly. Nice to keep the opening hand as... Oh, well, no, we're dead. I can guarantee you... Well, there's the Grisly Salvage. Okay, we'll see. But I can mostly guarantee you that we're dead. Facing off against Gruul Aggro is rough. Hopefully some of you that... Hopefully you've left by now. You don't have to sit here and see the pain that is about to happen. The prowess is painful. Yeah, maybe some of you are already passed out. This is good. I'm glad you don't have to feel my pain, at least partially. Oh, monstrous, whatchamacallit. Burst lightning, hey. 1 red, and they get 4 damage to an opponent because they have 2 prowess creatures. In total, it's 4 extra damage. Adding all that stuff up, that's pretty sweet for a single red. We might just be dead. Okay, we got Ghalta in the graveyard. If they don't kill us next turn, and we get the reanimation spell, perhaps. Got 4 mana. Could kill him. We'll see. It is Scorpion, absolutely. I was hoping that Vaultborn Tyrant maybe would drop down at least a little bit in price, but that just hasn't happened. Oh, okay. We're not dead. We're still almost basically dead, but we'll see. I don't know if I like the cool art Vaultborn Tyrant. I think the original is, at least for me, scarier. Yeah, I have to say this. Oh, we're definitely dead. Nuts. We almost got him. We could have won. If I had a reanimation spell, we would have won, which is a pretty good position to be in. Culling Ritual it is. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Again, trim Topiary Stomper and... Nah, I'll keep Topiary Stomper in. If we're going to beat him, it's going to be going fast with Regisaur Alpha, Ghalta from the graveyard. Regisaur or Palani is giving everybody haste. Don't exactly need Carnage Tyrant. It's not like I'm reaching 6 mana on turn 4, but I think I bought my Vaultborn Tyrant because Dinosaurs is the only thing I do. I'm going to jump on a good dino. I got my Vaultborns for, I think, $15 Canadian. I was right at the beginning. I thought, oh, this is expensive. It's going to go down in price. They always do, and then it just kept going up and up and up and up. And, phew. Yeah. Oh, it just keeps getting worse. Okay, well, we'll keep it like that. Regisaur and a Grisly Salvage. I think Topiary Stomper is probably our best bet here. Raised art foils. Oh, always expensive. They feel pretty cool. I've seen one in person and they feel more solid for sure compared to a regular foil. It's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not Bushwhacker this turn. Again, we are effectively dead. Probably not. Oh, double Burning Tree Emissary. For anybody that's not too familiar with it, when it enters, they make a red and a green. So they play another Burning Tree, maybe play a third Burning Tree. Okay, well, they chained a bunch of stuff. All right. Yeah, magpies. Hopefully you don't get too much into Pokemon. Apparently Pokemon is going absolutely nuts right about now with the Eevee set that's coming out. Something like that. Forget the name of it. I want Overgrown Tomb. Mostly because, well, maybe we will survive until next turn. We don't have a Ghalta in there. And it's not like if I drew Ghalta Stampede Tyrant I could play it, but we got 4. Oh, a Tarkus Command, maybe? That does it. That does it. Oh boy! Yeah, you should collect magic. Or Lorcana. Lorcana. I always like calling it Lorcana. Lorcana just... nah, I don't like it. Lorcana. Probably from a... Because I'm from Canada, and that's where I draw that. Tie it together. That is true. That is true. I don't know. I would like to keep all my stuff. If I had a deck of some foils, I probably wouldn't do that. Just because perhaps they could have the potential to warp and whatnot. But Magic, definitely the best. Everybody's greedy. Everybody's out to make money, whatever. Just look past that point. Do you like the game already? Okay. Keep playing it. Nothing should be free in life. Nothing is free in life. You download a free game, oh, that's pretty good, but people make that game. So they have to be supported somehow. Money has to be coming in. Yeah. I don't know, that's just some minor thoughts on it. Zombify, it's going pretty good. Cut. You know what? Since you're just here, we'll continue with one more match. I was thinking that might be the last one. Some hits and misses with the Zombify reanimation stuff, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Sheoldred deck being over 1,000 though. That seems kind of painful. Ooh, I don't know if I would be able to play with a deck that much. I don't know. Foil Sheoldred is probably 1/10 of the price of that. No, it's probably like... maybe it's 1/4 of the price of that. Yeah. Huh. It is crazy, though, to think Sheoldred, that can be just a massive chunk alone. Especially if you have 4 copies, but again, EDH, you only have 1, which is nice. That could be a pretty perfect hand right there. Oh, yeah. Darn. They banned a card in a format that is supposed to be just whatever. No rules. They had to go and ruin it. That's pretty cool. Not sure what version I guess the original version of Sheoldred is pretty nasty stuff. I was playing a Marauden, Scars of... whatever, a Marauden one. I was playing draft and stuff when that came out. And I did some drafts of that, and not a pretty sight. If one Sheoldred is good, you might as well jam the other two and call it a day. Okay. Man, we should be on track. Oh boy. Okay, so it has to be a land. Yes, a land. All right, folks. Ghalta's in the graveyard. Coming in hot. Next turn, a Ghalta. Boom. 2 Vaultborns plus a T-Rex at the very least. But I could also draw something. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, not gonna cut it. Oh boy.
Ruthless aggression.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Oh, there we go. Man, cut. I'm happy I at least did this other match, but what am I facing? We'll see. I'll take a look at it in a second. I don't want to hear about the Bruvac guy. The mill lord of... The king of mill. If you mill stuff, you mill double it. That's what Bruvac's ability is. For anybody that's wondering what Scorpion is talking about. It's good. It packs a punch. Yes, get ready for work. Don't want you to be late. Maybe if you get ready super early, perhaps somehow you would get a nap in and you wouldn't fall asleep, just because it is a completely different shift. And do I have to shift gears though, facing off against Rakdos Sacrifice, Cat Combo, Culling Ritual? Pretty much is going to be it. Yeah, I'll trim Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. That's still probably good enough. Do I need to trim some of the mill stuff? I think I want to maintain packing a good punch. This is a pretty much perfect hand, but still, there is tweaking to be done. All right. Well, I mean, I assume the traffic is not going to be too bad at that time. But yes. Have a good night. Oh, Grisly Salvage though. That's gone. Zeros. Yeah. They're going to get rid of Zombify, I think. Probably. I don't know. Hard to say. They wouldn't get rid of a creature that could just come back with Zombify. But now they see Culling Ritual, which completely eviscerates their plan. Taking out all the small stuff, the Witch's Oven, Scavenger's whatchamacallit, Scavenger's Talent. Now we do need that land, at least. I would have 3 Grisly Salvage, probably getting the 4th, and we'll find out. Hopefully Grisly Salvage mills a Ghalta into the graveyard. At the very least, I will be getting to Culling Ritual levels of mana. Should be good. Yeah, okay. There's always Thoughtseize. If all they're doing is leveling up Scavenger's Talent, that's pretty fantastic. Ooh, not quite. But we got the land we need. 4. A bunch of stuff is in there. Really, I probably should have grabbed something. Okay, they need more Thoughtseize or Duress. Otherwise, I smoke all the small stuff that they play. Perhaps they're holding back. Does seem like they stumbled a bit in the land department. But we'll find out. Zombify, Culling Ritual. I could get a Regisaur Alpha back, but that wouldn't really do a whole lot of anything. Yeah. It's got to be Culling Ritual. Sadly, I can't make use of the 2 green there, but they get the cat back. It's how it goes. That's definitely better than leaving Scavenger's Talent around. Just hope they don't get a Witch's Oven or something. That's not too bad. Not a crazy opening from them. Overgrown Tomb is, hey, might as well. We get Regisaur Alpha just because Palani's Hatcher is forced sacrificing, forced permanence, leaving the battlefield. Basically, I would lose a lot of the stuff. I would at least lose the other dinosaur egg anyways. Well, that's about that. Fatal Push, perhaps. Oh, okay. Okay. Usually I assume there's going to be Fatal Push in the mixture there. But maybe they completely trimmed Fatal Push. And just because it was so... they didn't. Huh. Odd. Maybe they would get rid of Ghalta because they don't have a reanimation. Okay, they don't. That would have been pretty cool. They get rid of Ghalta and a top deck reanimation spell for the win. Why would they be attacking with Mayhem? Do it. Come on, you know you want it. Let's go. Yes, please. Keep it up. Yeah. Oh, that makes no sense. I think it makes no sense. One damage goes to me, but look, one of the Mayhem Devils is gone. Oh, and looky there. What do we want? What do we need out? Another Regisaur Alpha. Yeah, another Regisaur Alpha. We need bodies at this point. Do I want to 5? You know what? I think we can get this aggression going. Keep it up. Maybe I get another reanimation spell next turn. Get a Palani's Hatcher, that sort of thing. But I think we're pretty safe. Regisaur Alpha being able to block somebody. Maybe. Darkboar Pathway does not cut it whatsoever. Well, that's going to be it. I would assume that's going to be it. Yeah. Reflection, copy Mayhem Devil. Treasure sacrificed from the Goblin with the 2 Mayhem Devils out, the original, plus the temporary copy. A plus when the copy is sacrificed at the end of the opponent's turn. Then I think that's another 2 damage if I was still alive at that point anyways. Could also Culling Ritual, would that save me? Not so much. I would take out both my dinosaur tokens plus the Cauldron Familiar and the Goblin. But that is only 5, and it's not like I make a sorcerette. I wouldn't be able to go... Oh, they didn't do anything. Huh. Okay. I mean, we still lose. Reflection of Kiki Jiki would copy Mayhem Devil after the beginning of the end of my turn. So if that happens, the Mayhem Devil sticks around. It's not the end of a turn when it's sacrificed, if you read Reflection there. For anybody that may not be aware of how an opponent could have stuff stick around, that is how. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. As long as it goes past that, ooh, pain. But I still think they would have been able to pretty much get the job done on the previous turn. I don't really like Culling Ritual, come to think of it. I mean, I kind of do. Nah, it should be Culling Ritual. Oh my god. Wow. Definitely Culling Ritual could save us in some interesting scenarios. But yeah, it's definitely enough. That's a keep. Lovely. Pretty perfect hand. Now, will the opponent make the oopsie and get rid of Grisly Salvage? Or not get rid of... Oh. Grisly Salvage gone. You know it. You hate to see it. It's Grisly Salvage. I think it should be Grisly Salvage. The thing that gets stuff in the graveyard for the reanimation spells that I have in my hand. I have 2 reanimation spells, so it doesn't really do a whole lot getting rid of one of them, because I would just use the... Hey, they did the right play. Absolutely. I might go with something else, kind of similar to Grisly Salvage, like the cash one with the squirrel. Whatever the name of that is. If I get another land next turn. Oh boy. Anything else, I have to imagine it would have gone off quite well, with the Grizzly digging pretty deep, finding the 3rd land for Topiary, which gets us the 4th land for the reanimation spells that I have sitting collecting dust. Boy. Hopefully they don't play a Mayhem Devil anytime soon. Don't know what's going on. Maybe they assume I'm raging, which is absolutely not the case, or they're trying to make me mad. Or they just never really played this particular kind of deck. Attack with the Cauldron Familiar. Yep. The Witch's Oven presents quite a few more opportunities, just for priority of the opponent. If they potentially could do a thing at all these different stages, it's gonna add these extra pauses. Sometimes the opponent doesn't catch that. Boy, watch me draw a land next turn, which I would have gone with the Grisly Salvage if they hadn't gotten rid of it. Yeah, stuff like that is just going to be integral for this plan. Not that I'm going to regularly do a reanimation strategy. I still am going to love the main way, for sure. Ah, really? Oh, what's going on? Ooh. Oh boy. Even if, let's say, Grisly Salvage didn't get a 3rd land, at the very least, I'm getting 5 closer to it, which could completely make all the difference. Or I could just add more lands as well. Absolutely. It's not like I have a super efficient way to make a bunch of stuff. But Ghalta is in the graveyard. That's a little hilarious. I was mana screwed so much that I got to 8 Would be kind of funny to win this. Oh, we're not winning this way. Yep. No. Certainly not with another land. Okay. Without another land. All right. We'll leave it there for tonight. Everybody who's passed out or still watching or watching later on, I think that was pretty sweet. Yeah, it's fun demonstration for sure. I had a good time. I'm in Diamond. Of course, you can't drop out of Diamond once you're there. Expedition map, that has been fantastic. That was a lovely suggestion and a reminder to tweak it, see how it feels, and for me at least, it's replaced Topiary Stomper. Absolutely. So that's coming up tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Again, I probably have to get up early to shovel. Hopefully you guys stay warm, and hopefully you don't have to shovel as much as I do. Alright, have a work day, whatever it is, whatever you're packing, whatever you're making. Yeah, Bitter Triumph. I should do Bitter Triumph. That's the premium, cream of the crop way to get rid of stuff. 100%. I'll put a note with that. Bitter Triumph. Okay. That's certainly going in. Alright. Peace. Have a good one.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic. This is,
Ruthless aggression.
What do you mean you've seen this?